So, what does figure skating mean to me? Well, I started figure skating way later than most skaters do. Figure skating has been a part of my life since I was about 14 years old, which most skaters they start when they're like 4 years old. So, that was already a big lesson to have been learned that I didn't necessarily understand at first, but I learned later on. Figure skating means getting up at 6 a.m. to do an hour session before a full day of work. Figure skating was that dedication to be there every day after school, training and training, not necessarily knowing like if this was something that was ever going to take off or if this was something that was going to turn into something bigger. Figure skating was just I enjoy doing this and I love to learn new things and get better and improve. And I was making, those relationships with the other skaters or like the coaches, those relationships that at the time when I had first started, I didn't realize the importance of until years down the line when those relationships they last forever. You may not you may um, switch coaches from time to time, but those coaches that you switched from will always be there. They're only a text away or a call away, or maybe you'll see them around the rink and just say, hey, like, how are you? It's been a while. But it's that lesson of learning how to get up. I think that is the biggest, biggest lesson that figure skating teaches any skater. To be honest, when you fall down, you don't stay down. You get back up, you try again. And that really translates to like the rest of your life and whatever else you do. If you have any sort of setback, you don't, stay in that back. You push forward, you keep trying, you get back up. That has been a huge lesson and honestly a blessing. Figure skating is not easy. It's really not. The skaters may make it look easy, but there's so much that goes into skating. And it's like that for a reason. Like those lessons that you learn, not even just like the skills that you learn or like the physical aspects, it's all of that mental. You learn all of these lessons and they translate to your life outside of skating and they're with you forever, you know especially that get up. You don't stay down when things knock you over, you get back up. And not people who may not have skated, it'll take them a little extra longer to learn that lesson, but you had to learn it very fast and probably the hard way. And there's a lot of, unfortunately, judgment that also goes along with figure skating, but it's that lesson and that understanding of just being you and being your own and finding your own in this crazy world of skating also translate to your real life, or your real life, your life outside of skating. You find yourself in the skating world and you can translate that to the outside world. Who am I compared to everybody else that's out there, you know? In these 7, 8 years, or however long it's been since I've started skating, um, I've had so many ups and so many downs that also, translate into your life outside of skating. Like, it really affects every aspect of your life. But those ups and downs, like, they make you tough, they make you mentally stronger. And I think with all of those, there's such a blessing to have been, taken out of that. I wouldn't have changed any of those parties I couldn't attend because I had skating, or those couple extra hours of hanging out with friends that I couldn't go to because I had skating. Like, all of those happened for a reason, you know? Like, not, maybe my skating didn't go above and beyond and it's not ever gonna go anywhere like that. That's okay. It doesn't have to. It's all about your view and like what it means to you and how it affects you personally. I've started coaching. I coach the basics now. And in this clip, I coach basics now, And never did I think that that would happen. But that's also a huge blessing with the skating is you never know where it's going to lead you. There's so many things that you could do, so many things that, come out of it that lead you to different paths. And I wanted so badly to continue competing forever. Like I loved competing, and I don't think I'll ever compete again, to be honest. And that's okay because I enjoy what I'm doing now. Because figure skating is something that I'm passionate about, something that I've had passion for since I started skating 7, 8 years ago. And that passion has changed over the course of those years. It hasn't stayed the same, but it has never, ever gone away. Even when I thought I wanted to quit and I was never going to do this again because I hated it so much. Deep down, I didn't hate it. I just hated how it was making me feel at the time because changes needed to happen. And I made those changes and I came back stronger than ever. And you know what happened? That translated to outside of skating because I was mentally so much stronger in my skating that I just felt more control over my life and more control over what I wanted to do. My life now, totally different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought I would be competing. I thought I would be, competing as like a college student at the collegiate level. And here I am trying to finish my tests so that I could coach more of a broad, or not a broad, like a wide variety of levels. Never would I have thought that that would have been my end goal. Never, never. And here we are, and that's it. So if you were somebody who has looked at the skating world and you're like, oh, I want to do that, but like I'm too old, or oh, I don't think I'll be good enough, just do it. It will be so much more of a positive if you just step on that ice and just go for it. You don't have to be good. You're not going to be bad. It's what it means to you and how it makes you feel that's important. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter if you're a plus size skater or you're an adult skater that's never skated before. I say lace up those skates and get out on that ice. You will not have a regret if you just do it. The only thing that you'll regret is if you never do it, So I guess to wrap up what figure skating means to me, figure skating means passion. Figure skating means dedication. Figure skating means what I've dedicated most of my life to for the past 8 years. And I'm proud, and I am so happy that I did that.